Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead. So today I want to give you a quick rundown on the Homesteading Expo. Had a fantastic time. It estimated about 4,000 people showing up on the first day. When I drove in early in the morning to set up Friday morning, I got there at about 5:30 or 6, or maybe, no, it was about 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning, just as the sun was coming up, and I could already tell there was so many booths, more than there was last year, that this place really has blown up to a really big event. And my hat's off to is it Cheryl Franklin and her team over there. They did a fantastic job setting it up. It was absolutely, everything just went off without a hitch, it seemed like to me. So had great sound. There was a stage set up in the tent that they had there for me, and it was for my talk. I talked about why we homestead and some of the obstacles. We'll do another video about that coming up. The obstacles of homesteading. What are some of the obstacles that are standing in our way? Anyway, what I want to talk about in this video here is talking about at the end of Friday night, there was sort of a meet and greet type thing at the end of the evening, and they had some people come out, and you could talk to people. And one guy came up to me and he asked me this question. He said, "Zach, how do you think homesteading is doing as a movement? What are we doing right, and what do we need help on? What are we doing? What's the area we could improve on?" And I didn't hesitate with my answer, and I'll get to that in just a second. But first, I want to give some more shout out to some of the folks who were there. Number one, it's Shepherd's Crook Coffee. I have liked their coffee for a long time. I met them probably 3 years ago, I guess now, at the first Homesteading Expo that I went to out there, and I got some of their coffee. And I like their coffee. It's good coffee. And so they had a cold brew out there that they were giving away to everybody. It was absolutely fantastic. You can find it at shepherdscrookcoffee.com, I believe. And yeah, shepherdscrookcoffee.com. Anyway, this is one of my favorites. I got the Shepherd's Blend. I tried it before. I ordered it in the mail, I think. And it's a medium dark roast. I like their dark roast. And then this one here is the Peru dark. I saw that on their website. They actually have that for sale on the website. Anyway, every speaker gets like a kit, or like a welcome bag type thing, and it had a smaller package of their coffee, for sample. And so I ground that as soon as I got home, and that's what I'm using now. And then as soon as that's over, I'll get into these bigger bags. And I think they even have bigger bags you can order online too. But I really enjoyed their coffee, the cold brew that they made, because it was hot that day. It was like super, super hot. I mean, you remember the temperatures, about a week ago. It was crazy. And so their cold brew was amazing in the morning. MountainRoseHerbs.com. Kiss me, I'm organic. And I support organic agriculture. They had a ton of these type stickers in the gift bag. And, I saw some of their products. It was pretty good. This one here, it was Natural Hope Herbals. That one there. And this one's Adaptive Immunity Tincture. And it's got all kinds of stuff like reishi mushrooms and ashwagandha and elderberry. Great stuff. Some of the reishi mushrooms I take every day anyway in a tea that I mix. I actually mix it with my coffee. So let me explain how I do this. I have a tea kettle, and in that tea kettle I have a little tea bag with reishi, chaga, and turkey tail mushrooms in that tea bag, ground up, in that tea bag. And it just sits there for like a week or so. And I switch it out like every other week. And then I make coffee every morning with that tea kettle. And I pour it over my I forget what that drip thing is, that drip cone that I have. And that's how I make my coffee every morning. So I get my immunity support with my reishi mushrooms and turkey tail mushrooms every day. This was a natural sleep one that they gave you. Natural Hope Herbals. Natural Hope Herbals. And this one is chamomile flower, passion flower herb. And it's like the natural sleep tincture that they've got. I don't know if you can see that. There it goes, natural sleep. Anyway, those are nice. I've used passion flower. I've made my own passion flower tea before as a sleep aid. It actually works really well, passion flower. They say you can get like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, what's that word when you have magic mushrooms, but not like that? But, you can get a sensation of that when you have passion flower. I've never experienced that, but some people say that can happen. A psychedelic effect, or is that the right word? I'm not sure. Anyway, also a big shout out to Grafted in Grace I'll put the link up there. I can't remember the whole name. It's a soap company. So here's the deal on soaps, guys. I don't buy soaps at the store. I don't like the soaps at the store. There's too many chemicals at the soaps in the store. And so I try to buy from people who make soaps naturally. And I support family businesses. That's why I support, Shepherd's Crook. It's because they're a family-based business. And, home-based family businesses. That's what I like. And so Grafted in Grace Creations, I believe. Grafted in Grace. Let me look it up. Yes, it's graftedinggracecreations.com. Amazing soaps, like all these soaps you can get. This one's peppermint, lemon, and lavender. And look how intricate these are wrapped. Isn't that cool? That's so cool how they wrap those. And then tobacco and rum soap. Look, I like rum, and so it's like now I can be like when the soap is out, I can be like, why is the rum gone? Why is the rum gone? This one is comfrey soap and sandalwood vanilla, and what's this one? Oh yeah, coffee soap. As if Shepherd's Crook, you should make some coffee soap to go along with your coffee. Or maybe you can send some grounds over to Grafted in Grace Creations, and maybe they can, make some coffee soap out of you could be like Shepherd's Crook coffee soap. So that's cool. Anyway, so if you like homemade soaps like me, or if you don't know how to have a place to buy your soaps, check it out, graftedinggracecreations.com to get your rum soap, because it's always fun to ask when the soap is gone, why is the rum gone? Okay, all that to say, a guy came up to me and he's like, Zach, what is the homesteading movement doing right, and what can we improve on? So here's my answers. What is the homestead movement doing right? Education. It's absolutely, case in point, I got to meet the man himself, Joel Salatin, the chicken man, right? I mean, I got to meet him briefly and just chat with him briefly, but it's like he is the one everyone comes to see. When it comes to chickens, when it comes to the entry-level drug of homesteading, that's your man. Education is what we're doing right. You want to learn about chickens, you want to learn about chicken tractors, you want to learn about fencing, you want to learn about canning, you want to learn about garden soils, you want to learn about how to grow the better tomato. Homesteading is doing it right when it comes to education. You can learn about everything. There is no shortage of knowledge out there. Everyone is talking about the education. It's out there everywhere. So that's what we're doing right. What are we doing wrong? We're not asking why we're doing it. We're not asking why. And what I mean by that is, why do you homestead? Why someone who goes to a job every day and sits in traffic on the way to work, why do you think they go to work every day? What are the answers they're going to tell you? Well, I go to work because I want to earn money. I want to pay my bills. I want to earn a living. I want to be able to afford money so I can buy things that my wife likes that are nice. I want to go to work so I can afford things like a boat that I can go out with my friends fishing on the weekends. I want to go to work so I can have money for my hobbies or for my kids to send to college. Or that's the kind of answers you're going to get. But when you ask a homesteader that, why do you homestead? Why do you look online and educate yourself, because it's education? Why do you look for the education on how to build a better soil? Why do you look for information on how to make tinctures or how to make soaps? Or why do you go out and try to find out how to build fencing, a better fence, how to build fencing for your livestock? All these education things on one side, but why? Why do you do it? We don't ask the question why. You know why? Because we get in trouble when we ask those questions. Today on YouTube, I can't talk about some of the reasons why I do these things, because people will tune out of my channel. All they want is the education. All they want is the fantasy, the fairy tale, myth and legend of homesteading, without asking why. We're doing this because the public schools are crap, and that's the homeschooling part of homesteading. The public schools are crap. The grocery stores sell crap. The banking system, we are basically bankrupt as a nation. The food out there is crap. The corporate farms are producing crap. And now we're seeing the ultimate totalitarian control put into place. And we want freedom. We want liberty. We want to be able to raise our families and have healthy foods, have a healthy environment. You think I want my kids? We're driving through Fort Smith, a topic of an upcoming video coming up soon. We were driving through Fort Smith the other day, and my oldest son, he's with me, and he's like, Dad, this is a bad part of town. I said, yeah, it looks like it. There's bars on the windows. I'm like, who wants to live in these places anymore? It's like they were in Chicago the other day. The news team is robbed at gunpoint, this news team in Chicago, while they're recording a story on robberies in Chicago. Who wants to live in these places? So, see, we're not asking the question why. We're not teaching why, because so many people out there in the homesteading world are the people who watch the homesteading education videos are inundated with this fairy tale fantasy of how homesteading is supposed to be. No, the reality is everything in this world is going to crap. And we want to preserve our families. We want to safeguard ourselves. We want to give ourselves healthier alternatives to both just living and eating and things in general, life in general. We're not asking the question why. There are YouTube channels out there, and I'll name a couple names here, on the people who have switched. I couldn't believe some of the things that Wrangler Star has been talking. He actually was like showing the other day on how to make these nail things that would pop tires. And he's telling you basically on camera that these are for, future federal agents who may be coming down your driveway. I'm like, mind blown. I can't believe he's saying these things, because years ago he would never say stuff like this. No. Doug, with Doug and Stacy, he's like, I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore, because something needs to be said. And so he's saying some of these things that are, that's got YouTube scratching their head going, where did you go off your rails? And there's other homesteaders out there, guys who get millions of views, who have millions of subscribers on the YouTube world, and they're still not questioning why do you do what you do? Say and tell the truth, because the world is going down the toilet. And list specifics. I have no problem talking about these things. One of the reasons why I only have 250,000 subscribers, because I've had to claw my way. I've been saying this stuff from the very beginning, and YouTube hasn't let me. I mean, I had so many of you people come up to me at the expo and tell me, Zach, I've had to resubscribe to you 3 times in the last year. It's because I don't talk about things that ought to be talked about on this platform. And that's okay. I'm okay. Just, I have a little bit of an audience, and I think more people see my videos than what the views, talk about. There's like the Prepared Homestead. Dude he'll on his video, the algorithm is just weird on YouTube. Like, his algorithm allows people to see, he'll get 20,000 views or 10,000 views on a video, whatever. But he's been clawing his way to get past 100,000 for ever. Why YouTube? See, I don't believe anything YouTube says in the numbers. None of the numbers are real anymore. That's one of the reasons we're bankrupt as a country, because none of the numbers are real. You believe we're at 3% inflation? I'm seeing prices still going up from what they were. It's a bunch of, they're saying inflation is going up. It's a bunch of crap. It's all garbage. It's all lies. Don't believe anything. I don't agree with the numbers. And on my channel, it's like, I know I'm getting more views than what they're saying on the videos down below. I know that for a fact, but they're not allowing that to show, Anyway, all that to say, who cares? My point is, why? Why do you do what you do? Why do you homestead? Why do you look for how to grow that better garden soil? Why do you learn about a better way to grow your goats or your sheep? Why? Let's start being honest in the homesteading community about why. And those who are afraid to talk about it, hold these people's feet to the fire. Hey, listen, you got really famous and you got a big crowd talking about homesteading and the education. Why do you do what you do? Let's be honest. Because the reality is, we're supposed to be helping people. We're supposed to be encouraging people. And they need to understand and know that what they're seeing around them is about to go up in flames. And the only way you're going to preserve yourself, the only way you're going to have a hint of an ability to preserve yourself, is to get somewhere, get your family, find a hole, and crawl down in it. And that is homesteading. When you push preparedness to its logical conclusion, you will always end up on a homestead. Okay, a little bit longer video today, but I wanted to give a couple shout outs to the people over at the Homesteading Expo. Again, Cheryl Franklin did a great job putting it all together. I'm looking forward to hopefully going back next year and seeing what all happens next time. So we'll leave it at that. Hey guys, check out our merchandise, teespring.com. You can find our merch, our links down in below. You can find our Stupid Should Hurt shirt, the best-selling shirt of all time. If we had more hurt in this world, we'd have an awful lot less stupid. You know that's true. So you can get the shirt, links down below. We sold the shirts at the expo, and we almost, the stupid shirts, we're almost sold out. We sold out of, except for just a few odd sizes here and there, but we sold out of almost everything of the shirts. So the chicken shirts didn't so much, but the Stupid Should Hurt shirts, they were off. They were. Okay, guys. See you next time in the Homestead. Bye.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dean Cain, and I am a big fan of American Homestead, as are you, or you wouldn't be seeing this right now. I'm in my backyard, my homestead, where I grow lots of fruit and vegetables. Look, both Zach and I are big fans of history, and we are watching the economic situation in our country just like you are. We absolutely love this country, and it's very difficult for us to watch it struggle financially. Now, did you know that the Constitution of the United States, in Article 1, Section 10, only allows for legal currency to be minted in gold and silver? I bet you didn't. I wasn't aware. But our founders, in their wisdom, they understood that this was the true way to build a solid financial foundation for this new nation. And they were right. They were dead right. These principles rocketed the industry and the economy that made the United States the powerhouse that we now enjoy. However, today, the US dollar, it's not backed up by anything of real value. And here we are. Now, our friends at Genesis Gold Group are helping people stuck in 401ks, IRAs, and anyone else who's watching their hard-earned wealth teeter on the edge of oblivion by moving their money out of risky paper-denominated assets and into physical precious metals like gold and silver. You can touch it. I'm doing it myself. So is my sister. Call Genesis Gold Group today and let them help you develop a plan to safeguard your assets. It's simple. You can call the number on the screen or visit them at genesisgoldgroup.com. And I will see you next time on the homestead with my dogs and all the fruit that I grow. Look at all this good stuff. You know, we got nectarines. More dogs coming down. If you get cut, we got some aloe vera for you. What I do need, though, is chickens. I need chickens because eggs are about the same price as gold right now. Anyway, see you on the homestead.